This episode of Stargell's World is in memory of Joseph D. Pitts Jr.
Yeah, that's right. Kick it.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Tell me a little bit right here.
Talk to me, say something.
Tell me what's really going on.
Who holds the bacon right? But a damn stove makes it even.
Get your ass up.
Yeah, that's right. Kick it. Now tell me a little bit right here.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Welcome to this episode of Stargell's World with me, the bona fide G, certified truth, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to yell out what's real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last. Cause after they made me, they broke the mold. Yeah. Birthday shout out goes out to everybody whose birthday today. July the 7th. Happy birthday and may God bless you with many, plenty more. Want to give shout outs to everybody all around the world, across the country, the state of Georgia, every city in Georgia, and mainly the Atlanta area.
Tell me what's really going on.
And want to give a shout out to my cousin who just spoke. My co-host that's crazier than me, naturally high, less sober, DD Moss. Hey cuz, how you doing? We still praying for your speedy recovery, baby. Yeah, you know she might not go live with me for a minute because like I said, we on hiatus. But guess what? She will be back. Oh, believe me, she will be back soon. But we just gonna pray for a speedy recovery, like I just said. I mean, you can't rush it. We gotta leave everything on God's standard.
Talk to me, say something.
Okay, y'all. Now this is what I really want to talk about, and this been on my mind since last night on the real for real.
Now tell me a little bit right here.
Talk to me, say something.
Okay, I'm about to tell you. Last night, I had got some disturbing news. I mean, the reason why it was so disturbing to me, because it was just a year that I found out what happened. See that guy, this guy in the background? Just found out he's been dead a year from a massive heart attack.
Talk to me, say something.
Yeah. But, I mean, I know he had moved to Kentucky. At least I got a chance to talk to him before I made my move to Burlington, North Carolina. But I was wondering why I haven't heard from him or anything. I thought he was ticked at me for a minute. But then I got a call yesterday from a friend of ours, and that's when she told me that he had been dead since last year. He died from a massive heart attack. Yeah. So I'm doing this show in remembrance of this guy in the background right here, Joseph D. Pitts Jr., aka JoJo. Hey, wifey, how you doing? Yeah, I had to do one for him but like I said, at least I got a chance. At least I got a chance to talk to him after I had made my move to North Carolina. Yeah, he was in shock though. When I told him I moved to North Carolina, I said, "What's so shocking about it, man? Hell, you moved to Kentucky." He started laughing, said, "Yeah, you're right." He said, we always used to thank you, cuz. And like he's always say, and I still hear his voice in my ear right now. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. And he was right. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with y'all on that. Because when my dad passed, and I told y'all everybody thought that I was gonna go into deep depression, well, I was depressed, yeah, true enough, but it wasn't me. But when I told him about Veronica, how she just came out of nowhere, and I told her I wanted to go visit it, but I was kind of contemplating because I said, what if I get up there and she keep, and, you know, just thinking all kind of crazy shit. And he told me, he said, don't even worry about it. You know you in God's hands. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Talk to me.
And you know what? That helped me out a lot too, because I was nervous and all that, but he was one of those, he was the main one that encouraged me. Just like my dad is passing, all eyes and ears open a lot more than ever.
I'm a little bit right here.
Because he said, because then, you know, I realized too, even though I still have my mom on earth, but I was counting, but you know what though? But when my father passed, it just made me more stronger, determined, and a whole lot wiser than ever. Hey there, Lady Kendall Sparkles, how you doing? Tell me something good, sister. Thank you for joining in on the live stream. And in fact, thank my wife and cousin for joining on the live stream too as well. And everybody that's watching, thank y'all so much for taking the time to watch. And I'm gonna say it again. It's just like going on YouTube. Like you join on my YouTube live stream, you can join on here too. What you got to be so scared about? It ain't nothing different. It's still the same, except I just got a different background and all that. And this live stream by Zoom. That's all it is to it. So if you can go on my regular YouTube live, you can join in right here too. And I'm just keeping it real.
Talk to me. Say something.
But anyway, getting back to my boy Joe. I remember the first time when I moved to Ellenwood back in, I think, 1977. It was in the summer before school started. And I know I was getting ready to go to Cedar Grove Elementary. And I was walking, because, you know, I was walking to the neighborhood store, but he stayed like a couple of houses from that store within walking distance. So I saw him out there dribbling the ball. He had of course he had a little basketball court in his driveway. And I walked up to him, little skinny, squeaky voice kid like me, like,
can I play?
He was like, do you know how? I said,
I hope so.
So we shot a little game of basketball, had a good conversation, and then he said, I said, what's your name, buddy? He said, JoJo. I said,
Well, I'm Carlos.
that's when I had my squeaky voice then. But I'm about to tell you something that tripped me out too. I remember one day I remember as I got older, and I think he forgot, and I didn't think he knew that my voice changed. I heard the doorbell ring. I was like, who knocked? He was like, Joe. I was like, he said, Carlos there? I said, you talking to me, bro? He said, oh my God, your voice done changed. I was like, I hope so, because it was cracking all through my 7th grade year. But when I tell y'all, this is how I sounded, like 13 and 14, believe it. I mean, anybody who knew me will tell you. I had a deep voice. My voice was deep when I was a teenager, but it was deeper than a lot of teachers in high school, on the real, for real.
Yeah, that's right. Kicking.
I mean, and then, like I told Joe, there's one thing the students used to tease me and crack on me about my voice. But it was something else when the teachers was cracking on me. And then one of the teachers told me, your voice deeper than my husband. And I said, your husband got a little in his tank. And she said, no, he does not. I said, what you get so uptight about? I mean, just because my voice deeper, and I love you too, cuz just because my voice deep, I mean, hey, I know some, I said, deep voice don't make you a man. I said, I got a deep voice, but I'm still young. And from what I told, it's gonna get deeper when I got older.
Whoever told me that never lied.
But, and like I told Joe, when I was 14, man called my house, asked me to my girl, or is your wife home? I felt insulted. I was like, Mama! I said, whoever this is, you tell this dude that I'm 14 years old. Not only the man started laughing, but my mama started laughing too. You know, during that time, I felt insulted. Now, I told Joe, now that I look back at it, I laugh about it because I could have really used my voice as a weapon. Especially, and everybody used to tell me that. And Joe even told me that. He said, you can use your voice as a weapon. And I said, why you say that, Joe? He said, you got a deep voice. You know how to get indoors that a lot of people can't even get into. I said, what that's supposed to mean? He said, people love your voice, man. I said, is that right? He was like, hell yeah. He said, I ain't gonna lie to you. You scared the hell out of me when your voice first changed. I said, you know what? I scared the hell out of myself when I first heard that my voice changed. As I waking up, one day I have a squeaky voice, and then the next thing you know, I thought I had a frog in my throat. I said, yeah, but that's part of Mother Nature, Joe. But you know, later on in life too, we also had some good times too. I mean, we had some good times. I mean, everybody had issues, but we had more good times than bad. But I'm gonna say this before I get ready to close out in a little bit. I ain't closing out soon, but in a little bit. I'm not trying to talk bad about nobody. And you know, Joe, that was my boy. And he from the neighborhood, and he cooler than, a lot of people don't understand it, but some things weren't meant to be understood. Hell, I didn't even understand.
Talk to me, say something.
And one thing I didn't understand, that dude ran into some ugly ass girls. I mean, I ain't trying to talk about it, but I saw his prom picture where he had his prom date. Man, that girl was ugly. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Man, she was ugly. I said, man, you could have did better than that. But you know, back then, Veronica told me yesterday when I told her about that, she said, maybe he was looking beyond the beauty. I said, shit. I said, they say beauty might be skin deep, but a lot of people ain't gonna tell you that. Ugly is to the bone.
Yeah. Talk to me, say something.
And y'all know I'm telling the truth on that. I mean, beauty, I ain't trying to talk about the dude, but, and I ain't gonna call him out like that. But I'm gonna say this. Dude has some ugly ass girls. Yeah. Now, I know I don't have my share of them too. And I ain't in no position to talk. But I'm gonna say this right here. I also have some pretty decent women too now. Had more decent women than he did. He had more ugly than he. I mean, the decent one didn't even want to talk to him. If they did, you know, y'all already know. Try to get something out of them, but on the real, for real though. I know sometimes it ain't about the looks, but God, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. You don't want nobody looking like no Mac truck, and you don't have to put no paper bag over their face now. And that's on the real, for real. But I'm gonna tell you something funny too now. I know I used to tease his ass about his women though. I mean, I used to tease him, but like I said, a lot of them that I met that he was so in love with, I'm gonna say it one more time and I'm gonna shut it down.
Man, they were ugly. I mean,
Like I said, I ain't trying to talk about nobody but shit.
if they ugly, they just damn ugly.
No jive. I mean, hell, nobody's perfect. I mean, I might not. I mean, I tell people, y'all might call me ugly, but goddamn it, I'm gonna still damn talk.
I'm a little bit right here.
But I'm gonna say this right here too. At least, but like I said, he might have looked beyond the beauty. Beauty might be skin deep, but ugly is to the bone. But that dude has some ugly ass women. And I'm gonna leave, and that's my story, and I'm gonna leave it right there. And I'm about to shut it down.
Yeah, that's right. Kick it.
But I want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in, check out, view, and watch Stargell's World with me, the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to yell out what's real, speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last, because when they made me,
They broke the mold.
yeah. And look here, y'all, those who haven't subscribed, please hit that like and subscription bell, and I really would appreciate it. And live video chat is always open, available, and guests are welcome. Now, if you don't want to go live, leave your comments on the live chat. Now, if you do get at me, don't be scared, don't be shy. Don't act like you don't know how to hit a brother up, just do it. I mean, I'm on Zoom, Facebook, get in touch with me. But let me know, but present yourself who you are if you go on my Facebook page, because if I don't know you, I ain't gonna talk to you.
Talk to me.
Yeah, but I will be back later on today, and I'm gonna do another tribute to Joseph Pitts. And what I got to tell y'all about him later on, other than them ugly women, it ain't nothing bad, but if we gonna get down with his daddy, his parents, and the good things about his sisters, and we just gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk more shit about him, and I will be back later on at 6:30. So until then, God bless you, love you, y'all be good, take care of yourselves and each other. Follow those basic instructions before leaving Earth. Keep living righteous, stay humble, and let's all continue to strive to act on one accord. So until the next time, y'all, peace, two fingers, and I'll catch y'all at 6:30 on another episode of Stargell's World. See you when I see you. And thank you so much for watching this episode of Stargell's World.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but it damn sure makes it easy.